So as a software engineer, what you're doing at a trading company versus at a tech company is actually very similar. You're still a software engineer, so you'll have the sprint meetings, you'll have stand-ups, you'll be working, you'll be coding, you'll be having meetings. But there are some differences, which is what I'll be highlighting here. So at a trading firm, you'll be solving some pretty unique problems related to the trading industry. So in particular, low latency. So at a high frequency trading firm, you're going to be dealing with microseconds, nanoseconds, and these are things that you don't really get to deal with outside of maybe some physics, advanced physics labs. You're going to be this is something that's more unique to the trading industry. So then next, a fast-paced startup like atmosphere. This is because market conditions are always changing. You need to be able to react to them fast. So earlier this year, when the coronavirus first hit, the markets were extremely volatile. And there's one firm, at least one firm I know of, that they were fine one day and the next day they just got blown out of the water and their website was dismantled. So you need to make sure that you're able to react fast enough so that that doesn't happen to your firm. And then the success of the firm is subject to market conditions. It's kind of similar to what I just did. But for example, last year in 2019, the markets were relatively stable. And as a market maker, you actually want it to be less stable because there's more volatility, there's more trading, more volume. So there's going to be more opportunities for you to make a profit. And when it's all stable, there's less profit to make. So most market makers had a not so great last year, and so bonuses were probably smaller. So it's just very dependent on how the market is going. And then at finance companies in general, not just trading, like if you're at a bank, if you're an investment banker, typically a much larger portion of your compensation is in the form of bonuses. So because at a trading company, it's very easy to determine if something you did is working or not, if it's contributing to the success of a firm. And that's because the goal of the firm is to make good trades, make money. So if you made a change that makes money, then it's working. If it's not making money, then you know it's not working. And so you can very easily know if something you're doing is doing good for the firm. And then lastly, longer hours. You would typically be working longer hours than at a tech firm. So 10-hour days are standard, sometimes more if you need to get something through. But then you do get compensated accordingly. So for tech companies, you would have a more stable company performance. Of course, there's always going to be external factors that you cannot control, but it's a lot. It's going to be a lot less volatility than what you might see at a trading firm. You also have a lot larger variety of particular projects you work on. So, for example, if you're working at Google, Facebook, Microsoft, there's just so many different products that they have. So if you work on one product for a few years, and then you can switch to a completely different product, and still stay at the same company. While at a trading firm, no matter where you go, you're going to be working on some part of the trading system. So the variety might be something to consider. And then last thing is that you will usually have more of a real world impact at a tech firm. So this is in contrast to a trading company, where where all the code you write, it's only going to be used in-house by the firm, and nobody else is going to see it. And this code is just going to be used to produce a return, and you can't even really talk about to your friends and family because it's confidential. So yeah, if making the world a better place is something you care about, that is to say, something you want to accomplish directly through your career, then that's something you will have to consider when weighing your options.